What is the difference between Guru and Sadguru and Adigaru? And what is the meaning? What is the meaning of the word Sadguru? And Meer chepte.
Sadguru means uneducated guru. Guru may be highly educated. When I say education, see, people's idea of education is just memory, isn't it? We're trying to change this in this school, that it's not about your memory, it's about learning to use your faculty better, your mind, your emotion, your energy. You must learn to use it better, that is education for me. But largely education means, it's about enhancing memory. Anyway, in the next 5–10 years you will feel stupid because right now my phone has 600 GB. I'm sure you're nowhere close to that, all right? In another 5 years, this will have 10,000 GB. You will be no match. You may be a PhD out of your memory, but my phone will do 10 PhDs in a day. Yes, not far away, it's going to happen. So those who are gloating on their memory, those who believe memory is intelligence, teachers, professors, scholars, I don't want to put guru in that thing, but you're mentioning in that sense. So all those people, because they read a book a few years ahead of you who think they're elevated, they're all going to fall with artificial intelligence. So a Sadguru means he's uneducated. Uneducated means he has no memory of anything. He's Shruti, he's not Smriti. He's not by his memory, he's by his perception. So Sat means inner or inward. One who has grown from his within is a Sadguru. When you say a guru, he could be of many kinds. Usually in this culture, we have very clearly defined like a rishi, Raja Rishi, Brahma Rishi, a yogi, a siddha, guru, Sadguru, like this. These are all descriptions, these are not titles. People think they are titles. These are descriptions. Now I'm called Sadguru so that you don't make the mistake of coming to me and asking, what about this Veda, what about that Upanishad? I don't know a damn thing. So just to make things clear for you, you are going to your Sadguru. That means you don't ask him astrology, you don't ask him Veda, you don't ask him Upanishad, you don't ask him some scripture. If you want to ask something about life, because he's explored his life from its origin to its ultimate, if you want to know something about life, he will talk. If you want to know something about scripture, you must go to that kind of a scholarly guru. So, in a way, not to aggrandize myself, but in a way if you have to say, a guru is like a mechanic. He's trying to fix a few things. He's not here to give you a great lecture on something, he's trying to fix you in a certain way. So if you have a vehicle and you go to your mechanic, there are lots of local mechanics who can do many things. I must tell you my experience. There was a time I crisscrossed India on my motorcycle. Once again I'm getting back on my motorcycle these days So I'm just riding somewhere between Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh, I don't know whether it's this state or that state. Whole night I've been riding early morning. Around 6:30 I come and I park near a dhaba to have a tea or something. Motorcycles, every 2,000, 3,000 kilometers, those days these modern machines are better. You have to tighten the chain becomes slack. I'm always carrying an extra chain because I'm on the road. You just have to de-link one link, you have to take it off and put it. It's a small job, but it's messy, it's greasy, oily, your hands go bad, everything. So I parked for a tea in the morning, then I saw there was one mechanic shop right there, early morning, it was open, Mubarak Mechanical Works. I can't forget this, handwritten sign, Mubarak Mechanical Works. So I saw a young strapling youth, one Muslim boy. I called him, "Hey, can you fix the chain? I just want one link to go." He said, "Yes, I can do it." I said, "Okay, do it." So he brought his tools. I looked at him, he's got a hammer and a chisel. I said, "What, you going to fix with that?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Wait." And I walked into his garage, a small little shack. I look inside, all he's got is a hammer and chisel. With this he repairs everything. I said, "No, you're not going to touch my motorcycle because I know if you do it with hammer and chisel, after that nobody else can do anything with the motorcycle, it's finished." I said, "No, you don't do it, I got all the tools with me, I will do it." Why I'm saying this is, like this, you read one book, as holy as the book may be, you read one book, you are a hammer and chisel mechanic. With that you try to fix everything. No, I've read nothing spiritual, because spiritual is the basis of your existence. Spiritual is not in the book. Only this life can be spiritual. A book cannot be spiritual, a teaching cannot be spiritual, something else cannot be spiritual. Only this life can be spiritual. So I just explored my life out of my own self-interest, because my life bothered me without any reason. We didn't grow up in that kind of a family where there's no food. There is food, there is willing to educate you whichever way you want, everything they're willing to do, their best. But you simply… life is bothering you from inside. So I looked and looked and looked at myself, nobody else. I didn't put anybody else under microscope. I put myself under my own microscope and learned to look at myself, because most people are incapable of looking at themselves, they're only capable of looking at others. So a Sadguru is somebody who knows himself from its origin to its ultimate nature of this life. Fortunately, you're also made the same way on the level of Shruti. Fundamentally, you are also just made exactly like me. But in your transactions, you may be completely different from me, but it doesn't matter to me what kind of transactions you do in your life. It really doesn't matter to me. People are worried, Sadhguru, you can't be seen with this person, that… I said, there's no problem for me. Film director is okay for me, a criminal is okay for me, a prostitute is okay for me, anybody is okay for me, as long as they're human, it's okay for me. Because what is their transaction in the world is their business. My business is just to put them on the track of Sanatan Dharma, which is the basis of your existence. Whatever the hell you're doing in your life, my business is to see that you're a complete human being. First, activities as the world allows, as the world compels sometimes, isn't it? Sometimes it allows, sometimes it compels. So, activity is individual choice, I don't care what they're doing. Oh, how can you be seen with this man, this is a corrupt man, this is a politician, this is a prostitute. I have no issues with any of them, because I am only looking at the life. I am not looking at their transactions. Their transactions is their problem. But every transaction they do, depending on the nature of the transactions, either they get something or they lose something. Something will happen, isn't it? That's their problem. My problem is only to put this life on the fundamental tracks, which is the Sanatan Dharma, the eternal laws which govern this creation. You must be in tune with that. If you're in tune with that, do whatever you want. But does it mean to say everybody can do what they want? Tell me, if you become very blissful and wonderful, if you simply sit here, you don't have to make movies, you don't have to make money, you don't have to be famous, simply sit here and you're fantastic. Will you think how to rob these people, how to exploit that person, how to kill this person, will you think? Just imagine, you're feeling absolutely wonderful within yourself. Are you thinking how to get the best out of somebody? Will you? Just doesn't occur to you, isn't it? So the problem with the world is, we are trying to fix the transactions without fixing the fundamental life process. When we say morality, ethic, values, what we are trying to do is, we are trying to fix the transactions without fixing the fundamental life. So if you fix this life the way it should be, transactions will happen according to the needs of the world. People are always asking, these kind of idiotic things keep coming to me from journalists and others. Oh, in the olden times, yogis used to walk, you're driving your own car. I said, in the olden times, you idiot, everybody was walking, all right, not just the yogi. Yogi might have walked little faster than others. Now the yogi drives little faster than others, that's all